Give me one
Come
sec.
on, come on, come on, come on! Yes! Let's go!
Hey, wait for me!
Hi, hello everyone. So welcome to today's very special Amy. And we'll be talking about exploring Alpha Season 4 and the future of Web3 gaming with Sandbox and W3GG. Yay! So, let me introduce myself first. Well, I'm Angel, your host for today's stream, and we are beyond excited to dive into all things about Sandbox and Web3 gaming itself with you all. Whether you are a player, creator, or just curious about the future of the metaverse, well, you are in the right place. So, you guys ready? Okay, we have an amazing lineup of guests, and we'll be diving into the highlights of the Alpha Season 4 itself and how we are partnering with Sandbox to bring this thing to life. So, what the future holds for the Web3 gaming itself. But before we kick things off, let me just remind you to drop your questions in the chat throughout the stream, and we will pick a few to answer live later on. All right? And sit back, relax. So let's get started. Okay, so I think some of you already know that we have an amazing guest today to help us explore all things about Alpha Season 4. But before that, I want to take a moment to share some important news about WGG. As we know that former WGG CEO, Irene Umar, has recently been appointed the Vice Minister of Creative Economy in Indonesia's new government cabinet. While we will definitely miss her leadership, we are incredibly proud of her achievements and we are excited to continue building on her vision under the leadership of our new CEO. So let's welcome Jin Yu. He is here with us today.
Hey everyone,
Hi, Ian.
good to see you guys. Thanks for having me here.
So congratulations on stepping into this CEO role. So how do you feel about it?
Thank you, Angel. How do I find it? It's very daunting and a lot of responsibility, but I'm looking forward to the challenge. I think that the opportunity that Irene brings, being in the role in Indonesia's new government, opens up a lot of doors for us. So I'm really excited about what we can do in Indonesia. I think we've just gotten started in increasing the adoption in Indonesia, and there's just so much more we can do there. So really excited about that. And also just, getting out there and meeting more founders and just mingling with the Web3 community. That's what I'm looking forward to as well. So great to be here. Thanks, everyone.
Great. Yeah, that's awesome. And we also have the one and only Sebastien from the Sandbox team. So hi, Sebastien.
Hello. Good morning,
Hey.
good afternoon, good evening.
Hey,
Yeah.
Sebastian. Good to see you again.
How are you?
doing?
Yes.
Good.
Good to see you, Chin. Good to see you, Angel. And congratulations to Irene. Wow, big promotion. So excited.
I know. Where are you right now, Sebastian?
I'm right now in the Sandbox Paris office. So this is my usual desk.
Nice.
It's a quiet week before DevCon conference coming up next week.
Yeah. Are you going to be there?
We will have several activations for the community there.
Oh wait, right. We have the Sandbox Thailand event. We'll be co-hosting one of the events with you, and I think I have a fireside chat with you. So looking forward to that.
Amazing.
You'll be seeing a lot of me over the next few weeks.
Fantastic.
Yeah, cool. So great to have you both here. So let's dive into the big topic here about the Alpha Season 4. Let's start with some details about it. So we know that Alpha Season 4 is on the horizon, right, Sebastien? And Sandbox fans are already buzzing about it. So what are some of the major new features and gameplay elements that we can look forward to in Alpha Season 4? So can you tell us a little bit about it, Sebastien?
Absolutely. So, well, maybe just getting started for anyone. Thank you for watching. If you're not familiar with what the Sandbox is, we are a decentralized virtual world where anyone can make 3D game, 3D content without any single experience in programming. It's all no code. And you can publish those games or experience on your virtual land and invite your friends to play with their avatar. And everything you create or you earn or you buy on the platform is actually yours because we use NFT and blockchain technology behind. We've grown to 6 million users worldwide, so gained 1 million more wallet this year. We have over 400 major brands and partners from all around the world. And in entertainment, in music, in sport, in fashion. So they take the like of Snoop Dogg, of Warner Music, Ubisoft with the Rabbit, of The Walking Dead, or content as well from Asia and Southeast Asia. It's really exciting. And we launch regularly events and season on our metaverse, our decentralized virtual world, for people to explore, to play, to engage, and to earn rewards. The last Alpha Season 4 is the largest event this year. It features over 100 experiences in total, of more than 40 from top brands like Attack on Titan, Hell's Kitchen with Gordon Ramsay, Terminator, Love Island, Playboy, The Voice. You will have exciting content with like music artists like Galantis, Agoria, Blondish, or content like Cut the Rope, Care Bear, Smurf with cool entertainment characters. So favorite characters, and also 60 experiences made by the creators themselves, some of the creator studio who are the winners from various game jam and contests, some of them actually being based in Southeast Asia and Philippines, in Indonesia. Really exciting as well. And what it introduces is many new gameplays. Like Sandbox used to be mostly like exploring, jumping, and chatting. Today, like the variety of gameplay in Sandbox is so much wider than it used to be. Why? Is because we've released this year a major update of our game maker. That means like it adds a lot faster loading, a lot of multiplayer gameplay and rules, so you can do like parkour race, shooting game, puzzle game, cooking game, party game, and a lot of very fun social interaction. And the content we already launched is a great example of that. Like we've launched with Gordon Ramsay a survival game where you have to survive as you get wave of like blocks falling back. Cut the Rope, where it's like Bomberman, kind of multiplayer Bomberman. We have games where you have to like run a parkour in a limited amount of time and like it's pretty hard. It's very diverse, and we think it should inspire people of like all the different possibilities that the season now has to offer and how much it has improved. If some of you played Sandbox in 2021-22, it's really, I wouldn't say day and night, but almost. Like the graphic quality, the loading speed, the animation, the videos in game, the different UI where you can see all your reward, your quest, your progression. It's really been much better.
Wow. Yeah, that's a very detailed. Oh my god. Yeah, but I like the one that includes the Attack on Titan and then Captain Tsubasa, right? I really enjoyed them when I watched Captain Tsubasa, of course. Yeah, I'm a big fan. And that's really cool for Sandbox. I mean, we have such pretty famous figures on the game and experience themselves. So I think Alpha Season 4 has just started. We still have like the rest 4 weeks, I think, or 5 or 6.
We just entered week 4, so we have 6 more weeks left of fun. Every week, we launch like roughly 10 experiences and one major brand that you can come in and discover. You then get the chance to actually play and complete quests into all those different experiences. So I didn't talk so much about the fact that anyone can play for free, no purchase required. You after playing roughly 30 minutes, you collect EP ethos points, and you will unlock rewards, a total of 25 cents in rewards through those different quests you complete, that give you the chance to actually cash it back into Sand already, or US dollar or any currency on an exchange, or buy the Alpha Pass, which costs 25 cents. And with the Alpha Pass, as you keep playing, you can unlock more, up to 300 cents in total. So actually even more rewards. And if you also avatar holder or landowner, you get extra EP, which allows you to unlock even more sands. And as you level up into the battle pass, by completing more quests, some of them being also gated and accessible only if you own the key from the experience, you can win up to 1,300 sand in total through the whole season. And every week you can claim a little bit of those rewards. So it's quite exciting to see that we already have sold about 35,000 alpha passes. And I think we generated over 500,000 blockchain transactions from the 370,000 unique verified players that are enjoying the season right now.
Great. So I can say that Season 4 is a big step forward, right, in building a dynamic and, of course, the interactive metaverse itself. So you are also focusing on improving the virtual world's depth and interactivity, because I see that there are a lot of positive feedback coming from the community. And I think that Sandbox always looking at the ways to empower their community. Is that true?
That's right. Like, we're all doing it for the community. Like, our mission statement is to empower anyone to become a creator. We'll bring them through the brand and through the accessibility of our creation tool. We inspire them in different ways, launching season, launching as well a contest and game jam. For example, for Halloween, we have this Halloween game jam supported by Chupa Chups, you know, like the candy lollipop
The candy,
brand, actually.
lollipop, yeah.
Exactly. And we reward those creators. We also have many education programs, bootcamp, workshop, accessible, as well as online tutorials and streamers. Recently, we also launched the DAO earlier this year, a decentralized autonomous organization that allows sandholder and landowner to vote on proposal to support the growth of the ecosystem. One of them was the launch of Sandbox Academy in Philippines, supported by Xovo Studio, a local studio. So it's just getting started, but now we also have like local team onboarding more and more people to become creator and support them into their journey into the creator economy locally in the region. So this is just one of the many examples of what we're doing to support the players and to onboard more people to Web3.
Wow, okay. So I think we can say that Sandbox also will continue to build partnership, of course, like with Web3 innovators like this one is WGG, because we know that the skies is the limit, right, Sebastian?
For sure.
So let's go
Absolutely.
to Chin, I think. All right, so speaking of partnerships, let's talk about the collaboration between Sandbox and WGG. So Chin,
Sure.
what led to these partnerships? And do you think that in the future, maybe you can share the goals between WGG and the Sandbox itself for the metaverse and the future of Web3?
Of course, I think where we differ from a lot of the different projects out there, both Sandbox and us, is like we do care about the community. So we want to empower the community, right? So we started off as a guild where we provided opportunities for players to earn in Web3, all by playing a game, right? So it's very much part of our DNA, and so we continue to share that alignment in terms of vision when it comes to empowering the community and ensuring that they get to create content and get rewarded for their contributions to the ecosystem. So one thing was, we have a very good relationship with Sandbox, and they wanted to expand into Southeast Asia, and W3GG, being a Southeast Asian based guild, is naturally the go-to partner for a lot of the games that come into this market. They want to work with us, and how they can work with us is we act basically as the community engagement layer and the distribution layer for all these games in Southeast Asia. So we helped Sandbox enter the Southeast Asian market through Indonesia first. Indonesia was a big market that you guys wanted to enter, Sebastien, right? So I think the first campaign that we did together was Hypergrowth and Voxel Wars project, where we kind of targeted different gaming communities and encouraged them to create different voxel characters, voxel being block-based 3D models, which showcase different creative potential for the community, and that was really well received. So people learn how to create these voxel pieces of art within Sandbox, upload it, and ensure that it's in the ecosystem, and then the asset could then be easily traded in the marketplace, right? And that's what Web3 is all about, like being able to actually make contributions and then have the rewards and incentives tie back to the user and the gamer. And then we're also very focused on education piece. So in the beginning, we were very focused on spearheading adoption in Southeast Asia. So education is very much part of that initiative. And Sandbox, you have to teach people how to use the tools within the game. So we help them, created different events to help the educational initiatives within the Indonesian communities. And what I think we've seen is that the community has changed from one in Southeast Asia, which is focused on being quite transactional in nature, which is very focused on token prices, etc., to be more focused on the actual game itself, the content of the game, what they can do in the game, and create opportunities for themselves. And I think this is what we'd love to see. And yeah, this is just the beginning of the relationship. We're obviously working together again for Alpha Season 4. So yeah, I think this will be a long-term partnership. We also, not only in Indonesia as well, we have operations in Thailand, Vietnam, Malaysia as well. So there are opportunities to expand into those regions as well.
Wow.
It's very exciting.
Correct.
Yeah.
Super excited to have you as a partner. And I want to share some stat as well about like how important is Southeast Asia for us, because we do have team on the ground or head of growth that are supporting Sandbox to bring more creators and players already in Singapore, in Thailand, in Vietnam, now in Philippines, Indonesia, and Malaysia. And the result of that, of those efforts, is we already established several partners education program, and as well workshop and content for the creators. And in season 4, I was looking at the stats, and actually Indonesia, Vietnam, and then Singapore come at the top of like the countries that bring the most player in the season 4. And I'm very excited as well about potential of Thailand and Philippines, where I'll be going later this month, as well as there's a lot of conference happening in Web3 there that we will boost. So again, like Southeast Asia is playing a major role in terms of like adoption of blockchain gaming and Web3. And I think it's important to keep onboarding more users. So every time someone joins to Sandbox, they play, they get their first NFT for free, their first Sand for free, as a way to give them something on their wallet. And we want them not just to be players for play-to-earn games. Like we believe that Sandbox, as a user-generated content platform, can also allow to develop new skills, such as like making your own games, making your own content, monetize it, so developing what we call the creator economy based on true digital ownership.
I completely agree with that, and I think that's the potential of Web3, and you guys are pioneering this more so than any other project or any other game out there. So super excited that we're working together, and I can't wait to see what else we can do. I think what you touch upon, Sebastien, of like creating that creator economy within the metaverse itself. And I think it's so powerful, right? You like everyone there's a huge population in Southeast Asia. There are 670 million or so people. Most of them digitally savvy because everyone has a smartphone. Yeah, they're young, and they're very receptive to technology, right? So this is why Web3 gaming is so like Southeast Asia is so pivotal to Web3 gaming right now and in the future as well. And the fact that you can open up these opportunities for these people to create content and be rewarded for it and actually make a living from it, I think that's the future, right? So I think we've only touched the surface of what needs to be done. We've only adopted, as you said, like for you guys, it's 6 million players, but you know, there's so many more people out there.
There's more like that they can touch, exactly. And that's one thing I think like Web3 has the opportunity to change the game here is like, for a long time, the free-to-play and mobile game industries, they only have seen countries from Southeast Asia, like Philippines, like Thailand, as like soft launch market. They say, okay, like these are markets where we can launch our game to study the behaviors and eventually monetization, but it doesn't matter if those games get discontinued or will change or the user will lose what they purchase, because the real market that those companies care about is US, right? Japan, Korea, and so on. Like they always put Philippines, Thailand, Vietnam, and other countries in Southeast Asia or Asia in general as tier 2 or tier 3. That's the language of the industry, meaning that the user there is less valuable because it would monetize less or it will just watch ads instead of paying. With Web3, the rules, it's a whole new paradigm shift. The rules have changed totally, and the user from Philippines is as valuable as a user from the West, from America. So I love that there is a whole new generation of digital native have a chance to be part of that revolution and to show that their country and themselves, once they have a wallet, once they have their digital asset, cryptocurrencies or NFTs, and their user profile, their identity on chain, they become as valuable as someone from the West. And it's super important, and that's why I love that it's happening in this region.
And we're going to be there to support. I mean, we'd love to see this stuff happen to our community members. We've distributed over $1 million in like in-game tokens to our scholars over the past few years, and I think now that the play to earn kind of cycle has kind of shifted away from play to earn towards more innovative models, I think the contribution towards gaming ecosystems like Sandbox from Southeast Asia is going to be pivotal as well. Like there's so many creative people in these countries with great ideas. So I can't wait to see the potential come to fruition. Yeah.
Yeah, I do agree about that. So we know that both W3GG and also Sandbox focus on fostering a global community of Web3 gamers, especially in Southeast Asia. And I do agree about that because we believe that the creators and gamers in Southeast Asia are really like a lot. Yeah, I know. Like everywhere I saw that there are a lot of people playing this game and that game. And also from W3GG itself, they supported it. They have a bunch of events that support both Web3 and also Web2. So not only Web2, yeah, both of them. And the next thing that I'd like to ask for Sebastien and also Chin, I think we know and we are aware that every season, every year, there are always lessons learned, right? And new challenges to overcome, of course. So maybe we can go to Sebastien first. Can you maybe share some of the key challenges that Sandbox faced in the previous seasons and how the team has worked to address them in Alpha Season 4?
That's a great question. Like we've been taking a lot of time to listen to the community. I think like the number one challenge that we had was basically like when you use like time-based like competition between players and you actually have implemented but sometimes not sufficiently like anti-cheat, anti-fraud, etc. It became very frustrating for some players that people came in with bots or tried to hack the leaderboard and like to say, hey, how is it even possible that it reached to do that level in just 5 seconds when like even the best streamer in the world did like 7, and they share video online, etc. to prove their time. So, I think it's not specific to Sandbox only, but the broader video game industry, but only very few companies in the world have like build the technology, like mostly like the esport game, only have that level of technology that ensure fair gameplay and no cheating on like the game performance and so on. So that's something we decided to change. And instead of making only like everyone competing versus each other for the prize pool, we wanted to make it much more collaborative in a way. So we introduced many mechanics, like if you refer friends to play, you actually earn more EP, which give you more chance to win the Alpha Pass. The leaderboard is no longer based on who makes the best score or has the highest point, but give you more chances to win an Alpha Pass. So, for example, even if you rank first in the leaderboard because you have, let's say, 500 points, it only gives you 500 chances over the total sum of all the leaderboard to win the pass. But someone who is ranking 100, if he's lucky, he's still lucky, and he might get it. So it's a little bit like a proper lottery in this sense. And also we have the landowner rewards. Basically, landowners, if the players collect sufficiently ethos points all together, it unlocks for all the landowners certain reward. So in a way, like the more everyone play, the more rewards you get as a landowner. And finally, we also take into account the fact that you are an avatar, an NFT holder, and you've been a long time participant. For example, if you own one of the 20 official avatar collection like Snoop Dogg, Paris Hilton, Care Bear, Smurf, Rabbids, Elvis Presley, and so on, you collect ethos point automatically every day. That helps you to earn more through what we call like passive earning on Sandbox as well for the season. So all those things contribute to a much better experience. Everything is so much smoother as well. The loading is now it's around 10 seconds, 30 second maximum. So you install Sandbox, you can come and play in less than 30 seconds. Moving from one experience to another is much faster. We have a new launcher. The whole dashboard UX is very smooth, and you can claim all your reward in one click. So we also implemented that bundle feature. So all rewards in one click, gasless transaction, no gas fee. We take care of all for you. So continuously improving and doing all those tiny details that make the user experience so much better as you join Sandbox. I think they are contributing to the success we are seeing today.
Yeah, I can feel the pain, Sebastian. Okay, so maybe from Chin's side, maybe apart from any personal issue like having the sleepless night, organizing the communities. So I think, yeah, you have also the same issues. Yeah, maybe you can share.
Yeah, sure. I mean, I think we tackle the issue from a different perspective, right? Because Sebastien from Sandbox is talking about the game aspect. So I can imagine there's a lot of feedback that happens in the game. And I think the fact that, game developers are so receptive to user feedback, it's so important, right? User feedback in terms of, steering your product in the way that you want to benefit your users. And I think for us, coming from a guild perspective from the beginning and shifting and pivoting to more of a distribution and engagement tool, we've had to kind of educate and kind of filter out some of these more transactional users, which were focused. Previously all the scholarship models and play to earn were focused purely on token prices. So if the token prices drop, no one wants to play anymore. So that kind of shifting and changing of the community members to focus more on like the gameplay aspect of the Web3 games or the benefits of digital ownership. These are the things which we're doing. And obviously, we're still learning. Our platform right now, V1 is not perfect. We know that. We hear it as well. So we're adjusting things. We're constantly refining and improving the product. And I think the mindset of your product right now is not perfect, and you have to consistently listen to the feedback. I think that's critical for product success, right? And what we want to do as well in the future is build this decentralized gamer talent network, which what that means is like you leverage your in-game achievements, which we have a soulbound token, and we have achievements which will be attached to those that soulbound token, and basically it acts like your digital CV, right? And from that you can leverage your experience and your skill set to help contribute towards games. And a big part of it is game testing. Game testing is something which people are paid for. So why not pay these big communities out there who have time and have are very incentivized to do so and give great feedback. So we're building out this decentralized gaming talent network, and ultimately we see the gamers and the communities as being instrumental in contributing to improving games and improving gameplay ecosystems as well. So yeah, short answer is that we listen to the community, we hear you guys, and we're constantly receptive to taking on your feedback and improving what we currently offer.
I love game testing, actually. Like, it's a great way, actually. It's something very useful that like we're looking for and we're doing quite often at Sandbox as well, to get feedback before we launch. Kudos for launching it. And also it's a way for anyone who's looking to enter the game industry. It's a first step in. So many people get like jobs from QA, from playtesting. They analyze, they share their honest feedback, and from there, like, it's very common that they can be more successful, at.
Yeah, I mean, you number one, you actually contribute towards improving a game. So everyone dreams of being a, I mean, I dreamt of working at a video game company when I was younger and when I was a kid. And that allows you to do so in like a decentralized way, right? You're contributing your skills towards improving this game. You're getting rewarded for it. You're getting recognized for it as well, which can then lead to more opportunities down the line. So that's what we want to do, is like create that flywheel and help the gaming ecosystem, especially the Web3 gaming ecosystem, through these different means. So the decentralized gamer talent network will be just that. It will be done all in a decentralized way. You will be able to apply for game testing roles and contribute towards games and get rewarded directly from the game studios. So that's in the pipeline. Follow W3GG official on X to find out more and stay tuned.
Okay, great. So yeah, that was very awesome, guys. I think it's already all detailed and explained by Sebastian and Chin. But let's talk about the NFT itself, because we know that NFT, it's been like exploding lately in popularity over the past few years, especially in gaming. So maybe Sebastian, what's your take on the future on NFTs itself? Like in Sandbox, how will they continue to enhance the player experience and the impact to the broader gaming industry?
So, well, first of all, I'd like to invite anyone who's been watching this stream or follow to, like, the best way, we talk a lot about it, but the best way to feel and to experience is like, just go on, just sign up to Sandbox, create your avatar, go explore, and you will understand much better what we're talking about. It's not like just concept anymore. And then like I see NFTs really like, it's a technology. It represents essentially, it can represent any kind of content, whether it's like digital collectible, art, video, gaming asset, avatars, lands, and so on. But what's exciting is like, it's basically, it's not what kind of metadata or content it represents, it's more like what it enables beyond. So like when you own that digital content on the wallet, and then you can exchange it to other users, you can use it across many games, you can sell it on marketplaces, and you have a real utility, like it's your avatar in the metaverse, in Sandbox, it's your digital identity, it's your soulbound token that proves that you have some achievement in terms of like curriculum and education, that you participated and engaged at some point of time and you gain some skills. That's something that like it's become like a proof on chain that no one can alter, no one can actually say like this is not yours. And also it's something that you can actually get, you potentially can monetize as well, in a sense, like even if you don't earn a profit from like selling your NFT, you don't lose money as well. And that's a big game changer. Like for 15 years in the video game industry, everything you bought, actually it's just virtual. Like it doesn't belong to you. You cannot transfer it to someone else. You cannot resell it. So in a way, it's a totally lost value. But now, even if you sell it at a portion of the price, to buy something new, it enables like new possibilities. I think like NFT games are getting better and better, more mature, more fun. I believe in the potential of gaming to develop new skill sets and to onboard more people toward the technology. And seeing that the game are actually making people like definitely take some decision, build some strategy, learn new skills, connect and socialize with other people. This is very but that's great in general, and I think that supports like what future jobs will be needing in terms of skills and like how which countries like Indonesia or region like Southeast Asia can benefit from in terms of like the impact of gaming on like earning a revenue, developing new skills, and even finding a job into other industries.
Okay, great. Yeah, Chin, do you have any opinion about this?
Yeah, I think Sebastian, we share the same kind of understanding and belief in NFTs. I think what we've seen in the past, I would say 2 years, has significantly changed, right? The gaming industry has changed a lot. So in the first phase, I look at it as cycles. The first cycle of innovation of play to earn gaming, everything was gated by an NFT. Which meant that the scholarship model was spawned out of it. But because the NFTs were so expensive, this priced many people out of playing the game. And I think actually that did the opposite of democratizing gaming, actually denied people playing games and owning assets, right? So you actually had to lend and borrow the assets. But what we've seen recently is a shift in the gaming models in Web3, where NFTs are, as you know, Sebastian has alluded to, and what everyone has talked about, digital ownership, right? If you own something, like you own a house, you own your car, you're going to spend time to basically reinvest in it, and you're able to sell it as you wish. Right now, the games in Web2, you can't do that. They're all skins. If Fortnite closed, you would lose all your skins in Fortnite, right? Obviously, I think for a lot of users and gamers in Web2, they haven't realized the implications of this yet, because it really hasn't happened yet. These companies are still making money, they're still playing these games. So NFTs, like the true benefits of NFTs hasn't actually come to light. But I think slowly and surely you'll start to see Web2 games leverage the blockchain infrastructure and have NFTs in the background. You don't, because right now gamers don't like the word NFT, they don't like blockchain, they don't like all these crypto terms. But I think what you'll see is like a transition of the gaming where it's a blend, leveraging the blockchain technology, just like how Unreal Engine is an engine that you use to run a game. It's the same. Blockchain technology is just a technology at the back that powers your game, right? So we've seen recently with Off the Grid massive success in their beta, where you don't actually know that you're playing a blockchain game. But in the future, they're going to roll out NFT functionality. But think about that from a gamer's perspective, right? Everything that you're playing right now, it may be, I'm thinking Helldivers or something like that, Helldivers 2, which I play quite a lot of. But imagine if I actually play this game and I level up this character, and then I can sell this character, and the proceeds come back to me, but they also get split to the developer as well. This really changes the game. I think that Sandbox, you guys do it really, really good, especially in the context of this metaverse game that you guys have. But for different gaming genres, I think there needs to be different innovations that happen within different games. I mean, there's so many different types of games, right? Different genres, and I think blockchain use cases will be very, very strong for some, and maybe not too strong for others. But at the end of the day, the benefits of having and owning this asset, you can't deny the benefits. And I do think it's going to play a pivotal role in Web3 gaming, although not to the same levels as before in terms of like gating everything by a very expensive NFT. Maybe we have free NFTs, like you say, Sebastien. You give away free NFTs, and then now people own this asset. They look after it. They play it, and it's theirs to sell if they need to, and they can make a profit out of it. I mean, isn't that just so much better than not owning your skin, right? And have it sit there depreciating.
Yeah. Looking ahead,
Absolutely,
because
yes.
we are all excited about the future of Web3 gaming itself, for Sebastien and also for Chin. Yeah, this is very exciting. All right, I think I have talked too much and asked you many questions. So let's open the floor for the community. I think there have been some questions. All right, I think this one goes to Sandbox first. Okay, so does the Sandbox have the potential to be played on consoles such as PlayStation, Xbox, or any other similar devices? Yeah, Sebastien, let's go.
So I think like now, like if you just purely speaking about like the quality of graphic and gameplay, it's improved significantly, and it could be, and actually it's pretty fun to play with a joystick or a controller. And it has the potential for console. However, it's more complex than that. Like we know, like console ecosystem, they are pretty closed actually toward like Web3 and blockchain game. Only Guns of the Grid and Gunzilla recently was the first console title. And also like console gamers, they are the most demanding kind of players. Like because they are spoiled. They have the best AAA shooters. There's games that like AAA means games $100 million worth of production. Anything that costs less than that is not a AAA game. And so I think like this is probably not the first market or platform we would aim for. Right now, Sandbox is PC and Mac. The next big platform we're looking at is mobile, and how we launch maybe Sandbox on mobile in different ways through like co-production of game, etc. So that's how we prioritize it.
Okay. I do agree about that. Great.
I agree as well. Yeah. It would be, I can imagine what the console gamers would be saying, and they're very demanding. Yeah.
Correct. Okay. So the next question, wow, this is kind of long. Now is where season 4 starts, and many people want to play Sandbox, especially since the Sandbox is now starting to be known all over the world. What do you think about the large number of players in season 4? Can the Sandbox handle this? I think they can, and definitely handle this. I guess
we can. We definitely can. But the challenge, and it's quite interesting, is like, can you break down Sandbox? Like then we'll have so many players that. So no, we have a team on the DevOps side, and like to scale up the servers all the time. We've learned through the different season as well how to automate like scaling, adding new instances on the servers to be able to cope with increased load. When we initially, the day of the launch of season 4, we had thousands of players simultaneously. We call it simultaneous concurrent users, the CCUs, and like competing concurrent user, and everything went smooth. Like nobody had any problem. So don't worry about it. Just come and play.
I'm actually curious, Sebastien. What's the maximum number of players you've actually had all in one go? Do you have that stat off the top of your head?
I have to check, but I think like in one single day, like we had over 100,000 unique players, but through the whole day, and at one point of time, maybe within 1 second snapshot, it was above 1,000 at the same time, which is a good start. And we hope like it will keep growing more and more over time, obviously.
For sure, really exciting.
Okay, great. So the next question. The Alpha Season 4 has been very fun so far. Wow, that's great. As the year is ending pretty soon, what can we look forward to Sandbox for 2025? Okay, this is great.
Great question. So the Season 4 is still ongoing until December 18th on the 10 weeks track. So There will be more fun coming up. We still have a few surprise of like partnership announcement, top brand coming to Sandbox, or new events that will be launched until this end of year. But we're already preparing for 2025 as well. Like now that we see the success of the model of season 4, we'll introduce new season, definitely more regularly than once a year. We'll have many big major brands in the pipeline, and a new game maker version that we've been working as well for the past few months that adds even more fun and gameplay possibilities. You can customize your UI, you can have like new abilities, people can fly, people can like double jump or like dance in new ways. So it will definitely increase even more the gameplay, the fun behind. And then we have this Voxel Games program that we introduced, where we'll be shipping new product, new games across different platforms, where we co-produce them with professional game studio. And for the first time, you will have a game on mobile, App Store, Google Play Store, Epic, Steam, HTML5 that you can play as standalone, or you can connect your Sandbox wallet on top of it and then interact with your NFTs as well. So this is called the Voxel Games program. It is pretty new,
Nice.
and we're excited and looking forward to it.
Okay, yeah, I hope that answers your question, Steve. So the next question, I think this one goes to Chin. How important it is that Web3 gaming developers should transition from Web2 to Web3, and how does Web3 gaming differentiate from Web2, and what are the advantages and disadvantages of Web3 gaming in general? Okay, Chin.
Oh, interesting question.
Long question.
Yeah, very, very, very long question. It's like 3 questions in one. So I think I actually don't think it's that important for Web2 game companies to transition to Web3 at this moment in time. I think everyone has their own path. So if they want to experience and innovate and understand the benefits of the technology, they can start targeting Web3. But I mean, we start to see this shift anyway. You see Sony dabbling in it, you see Ubisoft dabbling in it, Square Enix, Bandai Namco. They're all putting money into Web3 technologies. I mean, that could be because Web2 gaming right now is at a crossroads. It's at a quite difficult place because AAA games don't necessarily mean that you actually succeed anymore. So maybe they're looking for different avenues for growth. But I think right now it's very separated in terms of Web2 users and Web3. What I see in gaming in general is that gaming will just be gaming in the future. Some games would use blockchain, but some may not use blockchain. Some games like single player experiences, maybe they don't need the blockchain. You don't need, if you're playing like something like God of War or Horizon Zero Dawn, maybe you don't need the blockchain. So I think what will happen is that games will just be games in general, and then you'll have ones that leverage blockchain technology and ones that don't. And then on the second question, which is how does Web3 gaming differentiate from Web2, it's all about digital ownership. So we've touched upon this, owning your assets and being able to see the profits from selling these assets, from creating content and then selling that content, and being able to be in control of your own gaming credentials and your gaming life. That's what it's all about. So Web2 gaming right now is great. Don't get me wrong. There are great games out there, but it's also very limited in terms of your time. So you can play all these games, you can spend all these thousands of hours, and you may not get anything, right? So only if you're spending thousands of hours as an esports player could you potentially make a lot of money. But in Web3 gaming, it changes that. You can be a contributor, you can own your assets, you can create UGC for different games and be rewarded in them all through blockchain-based rewards that accrue back to you as the owner of these assets. I think disadvantages of Web3 gaming right now are that it's kind of not interoperable. So you have different games on different chains, a lot of noise, which means fragmentation of attention. There's hundreds of different blockchains right now, and they're all claiming to be the best for gaming, and which means that from a user perspective, it's very difficult to get started. How do we get started? So do I need to create a wallet on this chain? Do I need to create a wallet on another chain? So this adds complication to your onboarding experience. But games where you can simply just sign on very simply using single sign-on. I know Sandbox is very easy to get involved in as well. This is where you'll see improvements in Web3 gaming. So hopefully that answers your question, Exquisite Panda. Happy to answer any more.
Okay, yeah, that's correct. Because we are now seeing a significant shift as many Web3 companies and developers are transitioning into the Web3 space. And this kind of migration is driven by the growing opportunities in decentralized technology. We know that the blockchain-based economics right now and then the user-owned digital assets, this is very interesting. But maybe before we end this discussion, Sebastian, do you have any kind of suggestion for our newbies? For example, for those who just started to Web3 gaming or even Sandbox, what would you like to say to them?
Well, my main recommendation here is like be curious. Like at the end of the day, you learn by practice, by experience. So essentially, like you explore those games, you decide if you like them or not before you further engage. You don't need to make any purchase upfront. And as you get to enjoy those games, then you can decide whether like acquiring your first NFT there or receiving your reward is worth your time and you want to keep engaging further. There is an important aspect as well in like, do you see this game as a long time future? Like when you're investing your time, not just your money, but also your time, like you want to see like how that platform or that game is valuing your contribution and how much power they will give you to decide and participate in the future. That's why I think as a platform like Sandbox, the fact that as a contributor, the asset, you own them, you earn revenue from it, and you can participate in the governance via the DAO on voting for decision or making proposal, even in your region, thing that can impact the growth of Sandbox in Southeast Asia. Those are definitely elements you should take into consideration on whether like it's worth or not to spend time on Sandbox versus another place, for example.
Okay, yeah, just like what Chin said in the beginning, that continuous education is the key, right? To staying ahead in this dynamic environment, because crypto and Web3 itself, they keep improving, they keep changing every second, every minute. So I think it's important for us to keep being thirsty for education, for knowledge. So yeah, that's correct, Sebastian. I do agree with your opinion. So maybe Chin, you can add some more words for our users. Any kind of words that will encourage them to keep studying.
I think Web3 is scary, it's daunting, and it's a new technology. But we're here to help. WeGG are here to help handhold you guys through this experience and teach you guys how to create your wallets. And I think fundamentally that's still very important. Even though in a day or an age of AI, you can find all the information on the internet, but with a friendly face, we have people that can actually help you guys learn more about it. And what we're doing with our platform, especially in the V2 platform, which will be out at the end of the year, will basically allow you to play games and enjoy the blockchain and learn about the blockchain. So it will be very seamless. If you can play games and earn rewards from that way. So I agree with Sebastien. Be curious and spend some time understanding this technology and why it will change the world. And I do think that reading as well, reading about digital ownership is a good place to start, and you'll understand why we're so passionate about this industry and why we think that it needs to be changed. So yeah, expand your knowledge, absorb as much information as you can. So yeah, and W3GG is here to help. So if you guys are interested, join our Discord, follow us on Twitter or X, and get in touch with one of our community leaders. They'll be able to answer any questions you may have, and we'll also be hosting various different events over the next few months. We'll be at Indonesia Game Festival, so if you guys in Indonesia want to come and say hi, please come along to that event. I think it's December 6th onwards. So we'll be in Jakarta. I'll be there as well. So if you guys want to come say hi, get to meet me, please do. Look forward to seeing you guys.
Yeah, that event, Indonesian gaming. So guys, when you are in Indonesia or planning to visit Indonesia, don't forget to join as well. Or if you are around Jakarta, W3GG is there. Going to be on December 6th until 8th December, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes.
So
correct.
yes. That's a great discussion. I want to thank Sebastien and Chin for joining us today and
Thank
sharing
you.
such amazing insights. So maybe any last words, Sebastien, for our viewers?
Well, been fantastic time together, answering all your questions, chatting a little bit about the impact of Web3 in gaming, what Sandbox has done. I invite you to come and play. It's exciting because we also have game made in from Philippines, from Indonesia on the season. So we featured local creators and we give them a lot of visibility as well. Like hundreds of thousands of people played game by those studio first-time creators who started with Sandbox ecosystem. That shows that it's possible. Like anyone can become a creator, can launch a success title, and have a chance to make the impact and earn a revenue from it on the metaverse. So again, I'd like to invite you to come and play with us, have some fun, and hopefully see you in person at one of the upcoming events.
Okay, great. So thank you so much once again, Chin and Sebastien, for that such a great time talking with amazing figures in Sandbox and also with W3GG. And also to everyone watching, thank you so much for being part of this AMA. Don't forget to follow both W3GG and also Sandbox on social media to stay up to date on all the latest news, events, and updates related to Alpha Season 4 and beyond, because we are looking forward to what Sandbox cooking in 2025. Okay.
Thank you, Angel, and thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Chin and Sebastien.
Thank you,
Sebastien. I will see you in Bangkok.
Definitely.
Take care.
Looking forward. Cheers.
Yeah, for sure. See you. Thanks,
Bye.
guys.
Okay.
Thank you.
Bye, everyone.
Bye, everyone.
Thank you.
Bye. Bye.
Have a good night and good evening.
Look at this place! There's so much to explore.
Give me one
Come on! Yes! Let's go!
Hey, wait for me!